I don't think so yet at this point. We haven't, as a staff, we have not talked about it. It hasn't really been getting off to good starts hasn't been our issue. A lot of our issues have been just putting the ball in the basket, and obviously Bennett can definitely help you in some ways there. But yeah, no, as far as talking about adjusting the starting lineup, we have not discussed that at this point.
As far as the rotation is concerned, kind of beyond the starting lineup, it seems like since Austin has come in, the starts have been better. That was what coach was looking for. Is it maybe fair to say that with the rest of the rotation throughout the rest of the game, that's still something that you guys are continuing to evaluate and maybe make adjustments?
Yeah, absolutely. Every game seems like it's a little bit different, and somewhat we're relying on kind of as the game's going, seeing who's playing well offensively for us. We feel defensively any of the guys that we put in off the bench are going to compete at the same level as some of our starters will defensively. Some of it just comes down to who's making shots. Wyatt Lohaus has had some games where he's really gotten going for us. Spencer Haldeman's had some games. So we're kind of trying to find the right units out there that play well together. We've been playing a lot more people in the first half of games, kind of getting guys in there, trying to keep our guys rested a little bit, and I think at times it's been really good for us. So I think that'll be something that we're currently going to continue experimenting with and trying to continue to build in the depth of our bench.
Is it fair to say that maybe some of those rotation decisions throughout the game over the past month or so have been more offensive driven than defensive driven?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's not a secret that there have been games where we have struggled shooting the ball and scoring. So I think we're trying to find the right lineups. Sometimes that's playing small with Clint at the 5 and Isaiah Brown at the 4, and other times it's playing two bigs in there together. But yeah, trying to find something that where our guys out there that it clicks, and as you see with Coach Jake in the past, if we find a unit that's rolling, he's going to stay with them. So we'll experiment a lot with different lineups, trying to find the right ones that work for us.
I just saw a stat on Twitter that outside of Loyola, every other team in the Valley is 10 to 35 away from their home floor. What do you attribute that to? Does that surprise you?
Not really. I think winning on the road in college basketball is hard for any team. Obviously, most of the teams that end up at the top of the conferences are ones that are able to go out and win on the road. And I think if you look at the Valley, I mean, that's kind of what it shows you is they're, I think they only have 2 losses, and they're able to go out and get road wins. And most teams in our league haven't. I mean, not much different than what we've talked about today. I mean, we play extremely well at home, and we've protected our home floor the last few times we've been out there, and a lot of teams in the league do that. I don't know. I can't tell you honestly what makes that a difference or not, if it's just a comfortability or experience thing. But I think, looking across most leagues, a lot of the teams in the middle of the pack are the ones that struggle to win on the road, and the teams at the top are ones that can go on the road and win.
What's the vibe in the locker room in practice, where there's been some highs, but maybe it looks like you're turning the corner and things will start to click a little bit more consistently, and then you have a game like yesterday?
Yeah, the vibes, our locker room's fine. Like we have, our guys are extremely fun to be around. They don't take the highs and lows, too drastically. They're always pretty enjoyable, smiling. Guys are looking to continue to get better and improve. And I think over the, if you look at last year or the year prior, we were in situations where we were 2-6 or something like that. And I think a lot of the ways we do end up rebounding is because of the way our guys approach every day. It's, they're not going to hang their heads because we lost a road game yesterday to the top team in the league. We're going to come back and try to figure out what we need to do to win against Evansville, and they're going to go out on the floor and have a great practice. So, the locker room side of it is one thing we don't worry about, fortunately, and we're pretty lucky to have the group of guys we have.
With having the scout on Evansville, what would be your biggest concern, mainly because you got a couple of true freshmen, some young guys playing against what Marty likes to do, both offensively and defensively? What are those main concerns?
The main concerns is getting our guys to defend their screening actions, and doing it without fouling. I think they shoot around 20 to 22 free throws a game. I think that's a big part of their offense. They shoot, I think they're dead last in the Valley at 3-point attempts per game, and that's by design. They want to get into the paint where they can get contact, where they can get easy shots. And I think the biggest part of our scout against them, and it's always been like this in years past, is defending their motion and keeping them out of the paint, and then closing out to their 3-point shooters. Sometimes it's late, but getting there because that they don't really want to spend the whole game firing up threes like a lot of teams nowadays do. So That's a concern. Another concern is, like I mentioned, with Austin Fife and with Ty, is just the physicality. They play as physical basketball as anybody in the league. They're going to get hit with a lot of screens, and I think what happens against a team like Evansville is if you continue to get hit with screens, you can either complain about them or you can try to get through them, and that's kind of going to be our message going into this game, is that we have to match their physicalness and their toughness, and if we can do that, I think that'll give us a good chance to get a road win.